Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Ark Survival Evolved. I hope you guys are excited. I'm actually pretty dang excited. At the end of the last episode, because we were running long, I had to cut it short. But I just tranquilized a level 130 and a level 140 Rex. I logged off inside of their little spike pen, so that way I didn't, get myself killed. And today we're just going to hop right back in. We are going to finish taming them. And from there, they're both female. I do remember that. So I'm hoping to get the male to breed with them. And then from there, I'm going to be looking for a caver. So that way I can get, the rest of my artifacts. Beyond that, I honestly can't really think of anything that I need to do other than like breeding creatures. Need to get these guys bred up. Need to get as many boss fighting Rexes. Oh, I need a what's it called? I need a Yudi. That's something that I completely forgot. So that's also going to be something on my to-do list. Maybe not today. We might not be able to get to it today. But that is something that I will be doing at some point. It's only a matter of time. So if you guys are new to my stream, if you guys are watching the VOD after the fact, welcome. Please consider leaving a like. It really does mean a lot to me. Seeing you guys like the video just lets me know that you guys want to see more of this garbage. And definitely consider subscribing. I stream, like right now it's 10:30 p.m. I usually start at around 10:30. Sometimes I'm a little bit late. I don't think it's the end of the world. But yeah, I stream 10:30 p.m. MST. And I'd love to have you guys. Prime. Go like that. Now, I don't know if he's gonna eat all of it. Unfortunately, he did take a couple hits because there was a Bronto nearby and he aggroed on me. And Brontos, they have the swing about the size of a football field. So unfortunately, he got hit. He's almost done taming. And then from there, I need to get enough food for this guy. Let me pull up Dododex actually real quick. Rex, level 140. It says 17. Okay. So he needs to lose 850 food. Which means he needs to have 800 or 8,550. 8,550 in order to max tame instantly. Minus 400. Okay. But I do need to wait a little bit longer before I can feed him. Just because if I feed him now, or if I give him all the prime meat right now, it's gonna expire before he fully tames. So I'm gonna let him starve a little bit longer. In the meantime, I want to see if I can find half decent thyla. I don't want to go into the redwoods, but I'd like to be able to find one on the outskirts somewhere. That's a level 15. I think that's the level 15 I just looked at. Now, who's gonna win? That was really close, actually. Is the bear gonna... No, he's not gonna die of bleeding. I thought the bear actually might die of bleeding. Are there any thylas in a tree that I can access? Because that's gonna be my go-to, is gonna be a thyla. If not a thyla, I can get away with like a saber tooth. I don't want to do a wolf just because they don't have armor. A saber tooth would be alright. I do prefer thylas though. What was that? Oh, pterodon. I thought that was a thyla jumping down from a tree for a sec. But yeah, my furthest playthrough that I ever did was lost to a thyla. So I've kind of learned my lesson when it comes to getting comfortable with the redwoods. I'm not even gonna fly into it. I'm just gonna stay on the outskirts and look around. But honestly, I might just go to like a few mountains nearby and look for a high level saber. The issue with sabers is they're so fragile. You can usually kill them way too easy. Like a 150. Yeah, there's a 12% chance that he dies with headshots using my crossbow. That's a pretty high chance. Granted, if he dies, you know, it's probably not a saber I want. It does make him a little bit difficult, though. That's really the only thing. Am I safe? I think so. No. That one? No, that's just a leaf. Island. You know, I also haven't really given terror birds a chance. Are terror birds good caving creatures? I actually have no idea. It's not something that I've ever really considered. Because I know they're tougher than raptors. In my understanding of them, at the very least, they're pretty dang close to raptors, but they're a lot less squishy and have more weight. I'll take an alpha raptor out. There we go. I got a crossbow that's pretty similar to the one that I have right now. I should be able to give that to the Rex. I'm not 100% sure, actually. But I'll give it a go. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not actually too sure if terror birds are good caving creatures. Something I'll have to look into. Low level male? Oh. Is it dead? Oh no, it's not. Female level 75. Nope. I really flew that far away. Almost. Well, almost as in it was a Thyla. Even if it were like a level 80 Thyla, that would probably be more than enough for the caves. I just have to level it up a little bit in advanced. I don't think I would be, you know, getting a good breeding pair like I did last time I tamed a Thyla. I don't want any chance. Even though I don't think raptors can actually damage Rexes. Just better safe than sorry. Oh no, I did not just do that. I didn't hit him, did I? No, okay, good. I almost completely just screwed that up for me. Okay, he should be good. I am actually going to grab one more batch of prime just in case. Because I'd rather be safe than sorry. There we go. I'll just throw it away. I'm not going to be able to use it, so might as well toss. What are you? Because I also wouldn't mind a caving berry. No, I can't pick him. Did I get its attention though? Yeah. I don't care. I'm not gonna kill him. I don't think caving bears are a thing. It would be cool, but I don't think they'll fit. Yeah, that's a level 65 from yesterday. Is that a Thyla? It is not. That is also a leaf. I guess I'm just blind. There's a hive right there. Oh, beaver. Is there a dam nearby? Yes, there is. Hell yeah. I don't need the wood. 60 cementing paste. That's actually pretty dang good. I know Carnos you can use for some caves. Is that? Yes, it is. Level 70. That's not bad. I will actually take that. This beaver's still mad. Alright. So I don't feel comfortable being on the ground with them because of that bleed. Now let's do... I'll probably do fence supports and... Let me look up real quick. Thylacoleo. Can they fit through a double door? They cannot fit through double doors. Okay. So I could just do double door frames. And that would probably be a good enough trap for him, honestly. I don't ever plan on making tranking or any trank darts, honestly, but I'll learn it. Trank darts never hurt nobody. Honestly, he might not even be able to fit through the fence support, now that I think about it. So let's go like this. Let's break 2 of them. Fence foundations. Can fence foundations stack on fence or attach to fence supports? Yes, they can. Okay. So I'll do 4 of the 6 of the fence supports, and then 2 of the fence foundations, and that should be enough. I have that one, and then I don't know if it needs to be 1 wall or 2 walls high, so I think I'm just gonna do. I'll do 2. Oh, Microraptor. I don't know where he went, but that's totally okay. I'm not at all upset that Microraptor disappeared. And there we go. And I don't have any food. Nom 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 nom. So I'm gonna go wall. Wait. No. I love building this game. It's great. Come on. Come on, can you just... I want it straight. No. Will it work on this side? Wait, there it was. Oh. There it is. Stay there for a sec. Then we're gonna go 90 degrees. 90 degrees, please. Please. There we go. Come on. Come on. You know what? Let's get this done real quick. Oh, I need 1 more. Oh, my Rex is tamed. I just now noticed. Okay. Can I please... Oh, there it was. Beautiful. Okay. 1 more. All right, come on. Right here. Right there. Can I please stop having parasers walking all over my head? Dude, where is it at? Come on. I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's not even worth it. Alright. Now the Thyla was over yonder, yeah? Oh, it's starting to get dark. It's too dark. I can't see squat. Oh well. I'll come back for it. If I had the chem bench, I could make the night vision goggles, but at the moment that's not happening. Actually, let me see what's in here. What? Oh. I'll take that. I don't know what the heck that was all about. So now, honestly, all I need is even just a low-level male, so long as I can start the breeding process. And then I need a Yudi, and then a Caver. And at that point, it's just doing the little tedious things. Caves and whatnot. Oh, that's an Alpha Raptor. Over by my Rex. And of course, he's over here in a corner. No, please don't move. Please stop, Rex. I really don't need you getting killed. Even if you can take it now for Raptor, just please. There we go. What level is this? Level 80. Oh, okay. All right, there we are. I've got better health on him. Melee damage 285, 369. That's a lot more. Okay. So I would like then I would like the health is a little bit more optional to me. But that melee I definitely want more. So I think I will be breeding 2 lines. to try to get that that health stat and that melee stat. Mainly that melee stat. But honestly, I think there's enough time. I think I have enough time here on the island to get both of them. It more so depends on how long it's going to take me to get a caver. And I guess a Yudi as well. I'd also like a Daedon so that I can heal my Rexes quickly. Or at least quicker. Because not even Daedons are really fast at healing. But they're faster than raw meat force feeding. And that's all that matters. I'm really hoping that Thyla doesn't get himself killed. I can't tame him right now. Completely invisible. There we go. Actually, why am I heading back home? I still need a Rex. I'll go over to the mountain here. I'll check Carno Island. How many narcs? 80? Okay. I've still got plenty of narcotics for taming. I thought I saw a creature. Yeah, don't want that. Don't want that or that. Honestly, don't even need that. That's good for now. $17 metal. It's actually pretty nuts. Because it would normally cost me, what, 4? If it were just a primitive. For what it is, that's a lot. Yo, I can't see nothing. I'm just gonna fly through here. If I miss a Rex, I miss a Rex. I'm headed to Carno Island because at least over there it's not so jungle. You can actually see even at night. Or at least you can see the silhouettes easier. That is a saber. Where he at? Oh, there he is. 25? No. If I found a 150 saber, I might actually go for that over the Thyla I was trying to trap earlier. Because honestly, I'm not really picky about what creature to use. It's more so I just want something that'll get the job done. And I know that a good saber can get the job done. It's just, it's not typically what, you know, what many go for. It's not an optimal choice, I should say. Thyla is the optimal choice. Better health, better damage, and they gotta bleed. They're about the same size, so they can fit in through most crevices. I am gonna need a chemistry pinch because I want a gas mask actually for the swamp cave. I can definitely get away with scuba and ghillie and a bunch of medical brews. That's what I did in my last run, or at least my last immune cave run. It's just I would prefer a gas mask because it's safer. Whatever's better at guaranteeing that I don't die, that's what I lean more towards using. Low level male, low level female. Dang it. I'm sorry, little one. Oh, that was a 130 Sabertooth. Dang it. I forgot to be checking the levels and I accidentally killed a good one. I don't think a caving scorpion's a good idea. Level 75? No. It's got to be a good saber for me to settle on that over a Rex, or not a Rex, a Thyla. Level 70. Beggars can't be choosers. Come here, bud. Are you aggroed? Yes, you are. Good. So a level 70 is going to take 27 shots. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The AI in this game is not very good. Oh. Right there was, I think, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. It says 27. This right here is going to be 27. I'm going to pump in a couple more. I always put in a few more tranks for good measure. Okay. And then how many prime meats is going to take? 10 prime meat. Okay. I do have plenty of prime on me right now. But I do need to let him starve a little bit before anything. Look at him all the way over there. I'm just waiting for him to drop. Level 15. No. Level 80? No. Is he down? Yes, he is. Perfect. You are level 85. A lot of 80s. Seems to be a common one for sabers. We'll make another 15. And now it is daytime, so I'm gonna go check on that Thyla as soon as I get the prime meat in this guy. This prime meat's gonna spoil before he's ready to tame out. Oh, I know why I was going home. I was gonna drop off my my Rexes. It's okay. I can do that later. The prime meat is going to spoil unless I feed him after he eats one. I need him to eat one, and then I need to get 9 prime meat for him. Here's an Archie. Okay, he just ate. And that's, yeah, 1830. Okay, so that one's at 1813. 18. Okay, that's good. He's gonna tame out all right. And then he should be fine. I think he can fend for himself. That would have been better, but it's okay. Level 5, level 85. A lot of level 80 sabers. That's the second 85, and then I've killed 2 level 80s. Huh. But I'm gonna go look for the Thyla real quick, see if he's still there. If he is, I'll go ahead and tame him. If he's not, you know, so be it. But I'd like to get there as soon as I can now that it's daytime. And I can actually see in the redwoods. That's something that I wish more people would care for. You know, not being able to see at night. Because I feel like that's kind of, you know, the point of nighttime, is that it's hard to see. But anytime I watch a YouTuber or whatever, they're just using gamma whenever it's convenient, which I get. It makes for better content. You can see better, therefore, you know, your viewers can see better. Nobody likes looking at a black screen. Like, I get it. But at the same time, kind of the whole point of nighttime is that you can't see. And so using gamma to circumvent it, I'm not a huge fan. I've talked about it before. I feel like when there's nobody in the chat, which there's not anybody right now, it's kind of just repeating the same nonsense over and over again. Because I know I've had these conversations with myself before. What is that? Oh, an aloe. PSO7, welcome to the stream, dude. Little eyes. How you doing, dude? Ooh. Greetings, kind sir. Doing alright, what about me? I'm doing pretty alright, dude. Having a good time. This is my last night of the week that I get to play ARK Hardcore, because I only stream weekdays until I'm gone for the weekend, so I'm just enjoying it while I still have it. But yeah, no, dude, everything's been going pretty good. Thank you for asking. I feel like I haven't seen your name in stream before. So I have a feeling you're either new or you're not new, but you've just been lurking. Because I do have some people who come in and just lurk. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, level 70 berry. That's not bad. Actually, why do I have this? I can pick up Thylus, can't I? Yeah, I can pick up Thylus. Why do I even have, like, an open part of this? Even though I know it's going to be a little sweaty, I am going to put my armor back on. Oh, there he is. And he's mate boosted. Oh, there he is. Level 15. Eh. I'll just take the 70. Well, actually, if I take him, I can get an imprint. Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, Voxfids. Welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? There he goes. He's gonna be biting my booty. That's totally okay. New. I got you. Well, welcome to the stream, dude. I'm glad you're here. I'm always happy to be seeing new faces around here. It is 8 shots headshot, but do these guys have headshots? Yes, they do. Okay. So, 8 shots headshot. 3, 4. Nope. 6, 7. All right, that should do it. How you doing, VoxFids? Is that level 15 not there anymore? Oh no, he is still there. I just can't see him. Doing well. What did you miss? Not much. I finished taming out the Rexes. I have a 140. Or I found a 140 and I found a 130. The 130, he got attacked a little bit, so unfortunately I lost some effectiveness. But I mean, pretty decent starting stats. So I've got those two. I'm taming up a level 70 male just so I can get him breeding with the other two. And then I'm hopefully going to be breeding these two Thylus together to get my cavers. Okay, I really don't want my monkey throwing poop at him. Oh, hey bud. I always say last stream you did lose me getting a little upset. I was I should need to do like 5 of those and she should go down. But I needed, you know, my 2 Rexes. I was looking all over for Rexes, dude. Like, absolutely everywhere for Rexes. I don't know why the heck it took me so long to find them. Well, I went to Carno Island. I'm pretty sure you were there when I killed those alphas, right? I killed 2 alpha Rexes and an alpha Carno that were all on Carno Island. It started heat wave, so I went out to the ocean, dipped in the water, came back from the ocean, you know. Another Alpha Rex had spawned. So I killed a 3rd Alpha Rex. If I remember correctly, I didn't find it. I ended up posting a short about it because of how stupid it was. I thought it was really funny. But I left Carno Island, found a raptor, an alpha raptor, went, you know, flying a little bit longer, found another alpha raptor, went flying a little bit longer, found an alpha Carno, went back home, on my way back, found another alpha raptor. I ended up killing 3 alpha raptors, 3 alpha Carnos, and 3 alpha Rexes in a span of less than 2 hours. But not a single high-level Rex. I was as stupid as of a situation as it was. I was losing my mind, dude. You have no idea. I was tweaking a little bit. I've never had that many alphas spawn, let alone when I was looking for something significantly more common. I was looking for just a high-level Rex. And I ended up finding 3 Alpha Rexes, 3 Alpha Carnos, and 3 Alpha Raptors in 2 hours. That happens to you. It's the Overseer, man. He wants to make sure we're fit for survival. But that doesn't mean it don't suck when it happens. These guys like raw prime or cooked prime. The level 70 needs 19, the level 15 needs 9, so I need 28 total. But yeah, no, just beyond inconvenient. Like inconvenience at every turn. I was ready to like start banging my head into a wall until I ran into the last Rex. I streamed like an extra 30 minutes from what I normally do. I was exhausted because it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I guess it's my own fault for having this streaming schedule. I love the streaming schedule. It's just... it was rough to me, man. Island's level is awful. Exactly. Like, I get why they did it, but I don't think they had to do it as drastic as they did it. You know what I mean? Like, it is painful how bad it is here on the island. I mean, that's why there's so many mods to fix it. But I want to do this true vanilla. So that's what I'm doing, you know, true vanilla. It's still just annoying that I have to deal with that nonsense. It is what it is. Can't be that bad. But I can be a little bit mad. It was a good time, though. I don't know if you ever ended up going back and watching the stream or whatever. Okay. But yeah, no, it was fun. Fun time. Do you upload, by the way? Because the username VoxVids, I'm not exactly sure if that means something, but I'm not gonna lie, it does sound like the name of a channel that posts. So correct me if I'm wrong, but do you post stuff? You have 16,000 subs. You started regularly a while back. Oh, nice. What kind of stuff do you post? I could always check you out later after stream. But do you do like gaming? Soccer videos and travel? Oh, sick. What kind of places do you travel to? Is it just like nearby locations, or are you a bit of a world traveler? You know what I mean? Can I hit that deer? No, I cannot, I guess. You've lived in Brazil over a year. Soon you go to Asia for more videos. Oh, that's sick, dude. That actually sounds really freaking awesome. And you still post regularly? Because you said you started regularly a while back. Does that mean you continue to post regularly? Oh shoot, he's almost awake. I accidentally gave him one of the raw meats in a panic. I try some videos, bomb. Some videos do very, very well. Yeah, that do be how it is sometimes. Oh, this guy's gonna need 22 narcotics. Am I good to give him all of that? Yes, I am. This guy, how many narcotics is he gonna need? 76. I do not have that kind of tranquilizers. That right there's 800. So that should be 1600. That'll bring him up to 2800. Yeah. Okay, so I need another like 40 something. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check some of your stuff out when I'm done streaming here. But yeah, that's kind of how it's been for me. Some streams I do super well. I've peaked at like 25 people or something like that. Like I've gotten a good amount of people in one stream at one time. And then other times I've had like 3 people across the entire 3 hours. It is really hit or miss. I want to say it's YouTube algorithm, but at the same time, I honestly don't know enough to say if it's YouTube algorithm. But I mean, I'm sure you've got some pretty good content. If some of them do super, super well. I'm not a huge soccer person. Well, sports person in general, but I'll definitely check it out for the travel type stuff. Because I've always wanted to travel. I think it's a really cool idea. Going out and checking out new places and whatnot. I actually really like that idea. One of the main places that I really hope to get to visit one day is Ireland. I've heard it's a really beautiful country. You spend all your money traveling. I mean, hey, you're only young once. Obviously, that's not the kind of mentality you want going into everything. You know, it's always good to have some level of stuff like backed up, some things planned, but you really do only live once. You're only young once. The kind of energy that you have to do that kind of traveling stuff, you lose it pretty dang quick from what I've heard. I don't know how many more narcotics this guy needs because I accidentally gave him a raw prime meat instead of a cooked prime meat. But I'm just gonna give him some extra narcotics and hopefully that's good. This guy, I need to wait for his torpor to start depleting so I can kind of gauge how many narcotics I can give him safely. That's a Trudon. These guys are so annoying to shoot. There we go. Ah! But yeah, dude, that sounds really freaking cool. Father died working way too much. I know I don't want to be like that. Traveling will be great for me. 100%, dude. You know, do it while you can. You know, live life to the fullest. Of course, you know, there has to be a little bit of a balance, in my opinion, at least. You know, take this with a grain of salt. You know, there always has to be a little bit of a balance when it comes to, like, you know, saving and spending. But I mean, if you got like a job or you have some source of income that you can do remotely, dude, take full advantage of that. 100%. I wish I could do more of that stuff. I've never actually traveled outside of the States. I've been over international waters to get to Hawaii once upon a time, but that's about it. Okay, it's still going up. But yeah, I've been to Oregon, I've been to California, Washington, Hawaii, and Arizona. Oh, and Oklahoma. I flew to Oklahoma a couple times way back when. How was Hawaii? It's really freaking good, dude. It's nothing like the Oregon coast that I'm used to. Because, you know, I lived in Oregon once upon a time. I lived there for 13 years. Before I moved out to Arizona. But yeah, dude, the Hawaiian beaches, way different from Oregon beaches, let me tell you. Biggest difference is the water is actually warm. Versus you might actually get hypothermia swimming in the Oregon beaches. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, Hawaii's freaking... It's freaking nice, dude. It's not, like... I won't say that it's my favorite place to go. Like, my parents, they're huge Hawaii people. They love the tropical, you know, environment. I like a more boreal environment. More deciduous, as they might say. I like the forest. As much as I love like Arizona, I loved Hawaii. I do have to say that there's always going to be a part of me that wants to live in an isolated cabin in the woods for the rest of my life, you know? Living off of, you know, what I can kill and what I can eat. That sounds lovely to me. It's giving you a far more realistic view of humans in the world. I can imagine Because when you stay in one place for so long, you're only presented with a certain kind of media. Like, I'm just drawing based solely off of what I know in America. If you're drawing solely off of, like, your average American, your entire worldview, like, of all countries is going to be completely wrong. Going to be completely messed up. So I could definitely see how your worldview... Hold on. So that's going to be 800 torpor? Yeah, I can do that. I could definitely see how traveling kind of gets you more in tune with that kind of stuff. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of stuff have you learned when it comes to having a realistic view of humans? Would you say overall better than you originally thought? Overall worse? Are there any particular things that you've learned? Like, maybe we're not at all that different, or maybe we're all completely different. I don't know. Like I said, I've never traveled beyond the States. I'm seeking you, Vox Vids, for wisdom. They all blame outside forces, but this makes dictators more popular. Fair enough. I've always seen those memes like how Americans talk about the Civil War versus how the British talk about the Civil War. How Americans talk about World War II versus how the Japanese talk about World War II. I just said Civil War. I meant Revolutionary War, sorry. How the Americans versus how the British talk about the Revolutionary War. That kind of nonsense. So I can imagine everybody's told something different. You know, we're all exposed to our own kinds of media. But is it so much that everybody blames others, or is it that everybody's told... Well, I don't know if you're talking politically or just in general. But if we're talking about country to country kind of a deal, where, you know, the Europeans are talking trash about America or whatever, would you say that it's more so what they've been told, or more so their actual, like, what they've seen and what they believe type of a deal? Do they feed... I guess the real question is, do they look to media as often as Americans do? Just take, like, any other country. European, South American, whatever. I'm hitting you with all the real hard questions, but I'm curious. Oh, the Thyla tamed. I'm gonna go ahead and feed him all of this. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to keep him down, but what I will do is I'm gonna go back to base. I'll drop off the Thyla. And I'm gonna grab some narcotics while I'm there. Since I just fed him the narcotics, he should be down for a little bit longer. Honestly, I've probably given that Thyla enough narcotics. Because it says he needs 76 narcotics or 274 narco berries. I've given him at least 200. And 74 narco berries is worth 15 narcotics. And I know I gave him like 40. So I've probably given him enough to stay down and get tamed. But I do want to grab more just in case. Because the last thing I want is a Thyla waking up. A Thyla of all things. Oh, I can grab my meat while I'm here. But yeah, my idea for this episode was Rex taming and caver hunting. I've already done both of those things. Like this Thyla, once he tames out, that's gonna be my caver. And then once I go pick up my Rex and start breeding them, I've got my Rexes. I have no idea what to put on my agenda. I guess just more breeding and technological advancements. The only thing I can think of. Thyla. I'm gonna throw the Thyla down right here. And I'll throw the Rex out as soon as I can, but for now, let's just empty my inventory. Oh. Oh yeah. I need the Thyla saddle, and then I also need Rex saddle, which I already have. Perfect. I do need to make a metal run, actually. I'll make 2 saddles. I really need to do a metal run. Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't need narcotics, actually. At 100% he's gonna tame out. I am gonna put my breeding Rexes here, though. Oh, wait. Here we go. So this one has the melee that I want. It's the, what was it? 396? No, 369. 369 melee. It also has, oh, it has the same stamina. Oh, that's nice. Weight, this one's better, but I don't really care about weight. Yeah, this one that I have out only, this is the only stat that I really want from this guy then. Huh. Did some Googling. You used to do speedruns? Yeah. That's actually how I got, like, my, I guess you could say my following, but really it's more so just the 8,000 subs. I can't really say they're a following very much. Not a very committed group. I'm sure most of them are dead accounts. But yeah, that was 5-6 years ago. I did a speed run when it was the only speed run, I guess. So it's not so much a world record. I'm gonna be honest with you. Basically, when I started, I was going based off of speedrun.com. I wanted to watch some speedruns because I love watching speedruns. There were no speedruns for whatever reason. So, well, there was only one speedrun. No speedruns except for one, and it was like 8.5 hours. I'm sitting here like, dude, I could do better in my sleep. Because I watched the video, he did things so inefficient. So I was like, oh, I'll do a lot. I'll do a speedrun, and hopefully people see that it's not actually that bad. Because everybody in the comments were like, oh my gosh, nobody would ever do this. It's not that bad when you have the kind of boosted rates that he had. So it's like, here, I'll show you. It's not that bad. And I did it. And I ended up holding the world record for like 2 or 3 years or something like that. And people, that video has like 3.2 million views or something like that. I haven't checked in a while. Is it still at 3.2? 3.5, yeah. People are still watching it. I was a child, and so I was getting a little heated when people kept on calling me a cheater, when in actuality, you know, the commands that I did use to summon one of the artifacts was broken. The artifact itself was broken, so I had to use a command to spawn it in, otherwise it would never spawn in. People also call me a cheater for the rates that I had, but I was just following what the previous guy had. And it was official according to speedrun.com because he was the only speedrun. So I held that one for a bit. I did Scorched Earth, and then I did the Center. I had those 3 speedruns for a little while, not super long. Other people started running, and now, well, there was a bit of a community, and then it died down. I've been kind of off and on about wanting to speedrun again. Like, I think it would be fun. It's just, it's not, I enjoy it, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I enjoy challenge runs, not so much speed runs. Like this one right here, this hardcore that I'm doing, this is a really difficult challenge run. But speedrun, I'm less interested in doing that. Because you don't really get to enjoy the game as much. It's more so just doing things as fast as possible, using the most efficient strategy, which is cool. But I like when there's a little bit of a puzzle to it. And that's kind of how I feel when it comes to challenge runs. Specifically hardcore, I've got to figure out what the hell I'm doing for, you know, every map that I'm going to. I didn't even end up grabbing narcotics, actually. That's fun. But I have to have a plan for every single map that I go to before I get there. Because the second I don't have a plan, and the second I just start doing things willy-nilly, I'm going to die, and I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning. Because you said that you're new. You don't even know the goal. Maybe you read the description. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to do the Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis 1, and Genesis 2 all back to back with a single hardcore character. And if I die at any point, I have to go back to the beginning of the island. Oh. I'll see you later, Vox. Have a good night, dude. I thought he was going to respond to my question, but it's okay. Take care. No leftover meat, dang it. Oh, keep streaming. You did not hear the question. I had asked. Oh, the stream was lying. I got you. I had asked, like, because you said that they all blame outside forces, but this makes dictators more popular. I was kind of asking, like, are other countries, I guess, as reliant on, or not reliant, but do they feed into social media, that kind of stuff, when it comes to information? Social media, news, that kind of stuff, as much as America? And if they don't, then are they a little bit more independent in their thinking? And they just happen to blame others? Or is it more so a... Latin America does very, very much so. I got you. Anyways, I don't want to get too distracted. I really easily jump from subject to subject, so I do apologize. They bribe a lot of influencers and footballers for politics? Really? That's crazy to think about. But then again, yeah, politics are in our sports too. Unfortunately. There's politics in everything here in America. That kind of sucks. Really? I'm assuming you didn't take it. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming you didn't take it, considering you're here telling me that they tried. But yeah, I got you. Oh jeez. But yeah, no hard feelings. I was just like, I asked the question. I was curious. But yeah, dude, have a good night. Take care. But yeah, my goal is to do them all back to back, one character. I mean, you could call it hardcore ARK, but hardcore ARK is just beating the island, or just beating whatever map you're on, or just as close to completion as, you know, it gets, which in this case it would be the Overseer, since, you know, I'm on the island. So I think there's like a little part of me that's like, there's got to be like a unique name for this. The Helena Challenge. Ascend every single map without dying, because Helena did it without dying. I don't know. It's stupid, but that's the kind of stuff that I enjoyed nowadays. Speedruns, yes, I did them, and that's kind of how I got my, you know, first few subscribers. But really, the streams only started like probably 4 months ago. 3 or 4 months ago. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Just chillax, talking about whatever with whoever. I've considered going back to speedrunning though, trying it again. Yeah, that's that level 15 Mao. I mean, I've had some people express that they would be interested in seeing more speedrun content. And I think it would be cool to do more speedrun content. It's just, I don't really know the current state of speedrunning. I haven't done much research. Here he is. Level 85 male. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, I have to do more research on the current state of speedrunning to really decide if that's something that I want to do. If I remember correctly, the last thing I heard was that they split the difficulties, or not the difficulties, they split the speedruns because there was a lot of like iffiness on speedrunning and what counts and what doesn't. And so they redid like the rule set, they redid a whole bunch of stuff. And then they archived all of the runs, including mine, as well as a bunch of other people. They archived them and then said, okay, let's just start brand new. And not many people have speedran last I checked. Maybe that's changed since, but last I checked, not many people have speedran since that. Speedrunning is fun. I prefer challenge runs over speedruns, but it's still fun nonetheless. As much as I don't like that my speedrun is no longer on the leaderboard, well, it doesn't bother me, but I wish it was still on the leaderboard. As much as it doesn't bother me, what I will say is that I am a little bit glad that it happened, because the world record speedrun, I know at some point was held by a dude who did some unspeakable things to the game. And while I am totally one for glitches and exploits that manipulate the way the game works, I think that the game needs to maintain working in order to be considered a good speedrun. And so what he did in his speedrun... Oh, hey, Courage. What's up, dude? Second like. Hell yeah, brother. I'll say more highs here in a second. I'm just going to finish my thought, because I can get scatterbrained really easy. You know this. But yeah, he exploited the game in such a way that it manipulated obelisks to duplicate creatures and duplicate items. But in order to do that, it crashed his game. Like, it literally crashed ARK itself, and he had to reboot it. That tells me that it's more of a hardware thing than a, software thing. And if that's really the case, I don't think a run should be valid. I don't think a speedrun should ever be valid if it is based on hardware. Like your specs. You know what I mean? And so the idea of causing the game to crash so that way you could duplicate your creatures, it's gonna vary widely from person to person. So I don't think that anything that closes the game due to overloading your system should not be allowed. But for whatever reason, they put it on the leaderboard, and I don't think anyone was ever going to be able to beat it. So I'm really glad that they did it, or that they did the reset. I just wish, well, maybe more people have posted. I wish that more people would post and I could watch them. Maybe they have posted and it's just a matter of me going and watching. I'll check it out sometime, probably after stream. Anyways, Courage, what's up, dude? Last night I had a little bit of a crash out, but that's totally fine. I'm feeling so much better now that I've got my Rexes. So I've got a level 140 and a level 130. That's what they were. And then the 130 lost a few levels, but basically would have been a perfect tame if he were like a level 120. So I'm not upset about that. I've got a level 70 and a level 15 Thyla. I figure Thyla doesn't have to be that big of a level so long as he can take out most of the caves. So I basically have the title of the episode is Rex Taming and Caver Hunting. I've already done that. Like, I finished the Rex Taming. I finished the Caver Hunting. At this rate, all I really have to do is breeding. Why did I tame the 130 when it lost the levels? Because honestly, beggars can't be choosers. And I already had him surrounded in a spike trap. He was low on health. I had the other Rex tranquilized like right next to him, so I had to have that one around. So if he had woken up, I very easily could have lost him. Very easily could have accidentally got himself killed. And even if he didn't, I would have to wait for him to wake up. Rexes take like an hour and a half to wake up. I'm okay. So I just was like, I don't really care all too much about those extra 10 levels. Yeah, break the spike walls and get some stimulants. Well, I had to have the spike walls over my second Rex, who was right next to the guy. So I couldn't really break those ones without, you know, causing a very potential death of my new Rex. Yes, there were ways to work around it, but frankly, 10 levels does not mean enough to me for that kind of work. I'm not allergic to hard work, okay? All I'm saying is that pick your battles. I completely missed my base. Pick your battles. Because there are some things that are totally worth the effort. Some things that just by no means are. Where's my base? Am I just... Oh, pfft. I'm on the wrong hill. Guys, I have like 3,000 hours in this game. Do you believe me? Do you believe me, chat? What are the stats like? One of them has 7,700 HP. That's my highest. They both have the same stamina. It's like 1806 or something. And then my high melee stat is 369.5. I don't know how many points that is, like allocated points, but those are the stats that I'm rocking with. And then I just got a low-level male to breed since they're both female. So this is the first female I've got, 7,700. This is the HP stat that I want. And then this guy over here is the 369.5 that I want. Oh, I forgot to put the folder. 7,700 HP. Stop. Duffel, what are you doing? Why are you doing that, dude? Please don't. Thank you. But yeah. So my only goal is to breed these Rexes up today. I think I might just go straight to a male that has both, or yeah, I just need one male that has the good stat. That has the stats of one of the females, and then breed that guy with the other female, and I should have exactly what I want. I'm not gonna worry about the other stats, honestly. Oh yeah, 3,000 hours in the game. I can totally believe that as someone who spends 25% of that time per map. Yes. You can trust me. You know you can trust me, Courage. 100%. Have I given you any reason to doubt that I clearly know what's up? I need more metal, dude. I'm struggling. I do need an air condi. Oh, it's in here. Crystal polymer. I don't have any polymer. No. Okay, standing torches will do. But yeah, you didn't really miss out on very much. Unless you were really looking forward to watching me tranquilize Rexes and have a small crash out on how many alpha creatures I was finding with how little Rexes I was finding. Well, I mean, you commented on the video, so I assume you ended up watching it post. You guys are still going? Okay. But yeah, and then in this episode, yeah, really just finishing the Rexes that I started. I had tranquilized them, but I hadn't tamed them. And then I found those couple of Thylas. That's really it, honestly. How long has it been since I started? It's been 1 hour 45. Oh, wow. Come on, you can tame a Dimetrodon instead of making an air conditioner. I know. But that's a lot. That's a lot of work. You do realize how much work air condies are when you're as broke as I am. I know I've got to do metal runs. I will be doing metal runs. Trust me. But for the time being, that's a lot of work that you're asking me to do. How do you split this? 8. Actually, I'll pick it up real quick. Oh, that one. Did not. There should be 28 in each. There we go. Oh, hi. How is taming a Dimetrodon more work than crafting 5 air condies? It's not. But it's still a lot of work. And I can do less work by making some standing torches. Okay, statistically speaking, I'm guaranteed 2 successful babies from this. Actually, 1 successful baby from this. Because it's a 1 in 4 chance that I'm looking at. I am gonna breed up another one because at odds is never quite good enough. But yeah, look, man. You can just assume that if it takes more than like 20 minutes, that's like something that I'm sitting here like, you know? So literally, if it is beyond 20 minutes, you already know that I'm going to be hesitant on doing it. The only time I will be happy with that is if that's like the only option. And every other option is longer. You know me. Not exactly, because you must also count the time spent adjusting the temperature with the standing torches, which you can spend for other purposes like metal runs. Well, I mean, I'll just check on it later, you know what I mean? I don't think I have to babysit it. These ones on the sides. Now these ones might have to be babysat a little bit. Then I'd like this guy to finish, so that way I kind of have an idea of how long I have. Because I got to do a metal run. But yeah, I could do metal runs even while they're sitting with torches. It's not like I have to be sitting on them myself or anything. You know what I mean? Trust, Courage, trust. I only do things in the most efficient manner. I will yeah, sure you can, LOL. Look. I will concede the point that in the long run, I'm sure that it would be more efficient to do it the way that you're describing it. Especially if we're doing this for like a prolonged period of time. 27 minutes? Okay, I got time. 27 on that. This one's got 28. Okay, so I got 27 minutes to do a metal run. But yeah, I will concede. There's a very good chance that over time it will be more time wasted. But more progress in little bits is better than big progress in big bits. You know what I mean? The distance you have to cover on Anki's unreal. Yeah. It is a little unfortunate. Actually, I can go over here. I do want to grab that beacon once it drops. But there is that mountain that has... Well, no, that's not closer. It's better I go to the mountain over there. Never mind. Well, there is kind of a mountain. A little... I think it's the one to the left of the hunter artifact. Dynasty, stop. Might be some metal on Irby Island too. I mean, I mined it not too long ago, so it very well could have respawned. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check. But I'm gonna head to the mountain first. Home sweet home. Take me away. Oh, jeez. No. I'll take it. I doubt I'll use it, but I'll take it. But yeah, what I found is that Irby Island's metal takes a really long time to spawn back in. Okay, understandable. I'm not that regular with this walkthrough since the Caverns of Lost Hope run. Yeah, no, I got you. It's all good. I'm it's one of those things where I'm trying to figure out the optimal strategy while also being like a comfortable strategy. Because yes, it is about doing things optimally, but at the same time, I don't want to do it so optimally that it's just a pain in the ass, you know? Like, I'm sure getting an industrial forge is going to be super helpful. Honestly, I might not even bother with it. Okay, what's that mating cooldown? Is it set to 0? It is. Oh, not 0, but it's set to 0.01. That's the only slider that I have adjusted. Of all the sliders, that's the only one. I know you never mentioned the Industrial Forge. I'm just saying, like, Industrial Forge would definitely be the most efficient option. It's just one of those things where I might not even bother with it because of how expensive it is. And I don't think I'll ever need... By the time I get all the metal that I need for the Industrial Forge, I'll already have all the metal that I'll need for the whole playthrough. Because all I'm using are primitive saddles. Each one costs 50 metal, you know what I mean? That kind of a deal. Okay, I understand that they're two completely different things. My point isn't that Dimetrodons are the same as Industrial Forges. Why am I taking damage? Why did my RGs take damage? I had my headset off, so if there was a sound that made it obvious, I didn't hear it. But yeah, I know Dimetrodons and Industrial Forges are completely different. My point isn't that they're the same. My point is that the most optimal strategy isn't necessarily the strategy that I'm going for. It's the most optimal but comfortable strategy because I want longevity more so rather than, I guess, longevity of endurance versus pro plays. Like, I was trying to do pro plays. That didn't work out very well. You saw me trying to speedrun getting a Diplocaulus in the first episode, in the first hour. That did not work out well. Keeping that aside, you mentioned the points you have in those Rexes, but what are the actual numbers like? Those are the actual numbers. I don't have any level ups in them. Those were purely base stats. $7,700 HP is the one guy, and 369 melee is the other guy. I can't tell you if those are like amazing stats or if they're, you know, bad stats, horrible stats, but those are the stats that I ended up with. What they look like after imprinting, I don't know because I have yet to hatch any. Because I just got them. But those are their stats. Okay, the HP will do, but for the melee, I'm concerned. I got you. So I ended up doing the experimentation that I told you that I would do about like what stats work on a gamma, what don't work on a gamma. At least I did the main 3 bosses. I didn't do Overseer. But what I found is that, oh, Stuffle, fight back. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. But what I found was, what am I saying? What am I even thinking? My brain is pausing because of everything going on. I went in with an army of 10,000 HP Rexes with 500 melee. Okay, 10,000 health, 500 melee. I wanted to see what would happen. They absolutely cleared Broodmother. Megapithecus, they killed. The lowest health one of them got was 4,500, and I think there was only 2 or 3 of them that had 4,500 health. Dragon, all but 7 died. I lost 11 Rexes. No, 12 Rexes. So, technically speaking, 10,000 health and 500 melee is enough to at least kill the main 3 bosses. That dragon that I fought was probably being really nice when it comes to fire breaths, though, so I'm definitely going to be pushing it to like 20k at least. But the melee, I lowballed it because I just wanted to push it to its limits. And it turns out 500 and then 10,000 is technically doable. I didn't think it would be. I just wanted to see how far they would get. But honestly, they did a lot better than I thought they would. Did I try beta or gamma? I tried gamma, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I did beta in the last attempt that got really far. And while I wouldn't necessarily be against doing it again, I have to have some really good Rexes to do that again. And I'm just not comfortable with the Rexes that I have. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'd have to look into it. I'd have to test betas again. But I honestly might just stick to gamma to get it over with as quick as possible. Not really good Rexes, but leveled up ones. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are pretty... I just realized I'm up here without any parachutes. I'm going to put my headset back on because the last thing I want is to get jumped by something and fall off the edge and die. Especially something like a saber. But yeah, it really is more so leveled Rexes than good Rexes, you're right. But whether or not they're going to be high enough level, I'm not too sure. Like I said, I would rather just guarantee that I can get through it on gamma. And if I really want to prove myself and do like beta or even alpha on hardcore, I'll do that at a later date. But for the time being, no way in hell do I need to do that. Really? I guess. And besides, I'm not going to be carrying these Rexes over, so I don't want to be spending too much time on perfecting them. I just want to spend enough time making sure that they're usable for the island, getting me from beginning to end. And then from there, I'll start looking at, well, no. Even Scorched Earth. You don't need good Rexes for Scorched Earth. Just high level ones that have good torpor absorption. Maybe a rock golem or 2. Aberration. Honestly, a good shotgun and a rock drake is all you need, but I don't know if I'm gonna do rock drakes. We'll see. But yeah, I have kind of a rough idea of every map. We'll just see. And I don't think you are unlucky because getting a Rex with 7.7k health in your first 3 hours of Rex searching. Oh, 100%. Like, I'm actually pretty happy with 7,700. Right on, dude. Did you take those 2 Rexes from last night? Yes, I did. I've got both of them back at home. I got one. It's got 7,700 HP. And that's the better of the 2 stats. And then the better melee of the 2 is 369.5. While the other one had like 280 something. But yeah, 369.5 melee, 7,700 HP. And they actually have the same stamina stat, which I was kind of surprised by. So yeah, I did tame him out, and I'm actually really happy with him. Garage and I are just talking about the Rexes right now, actually. Yeah, I don't have to do any more Rex taming, which is really freaking nice, dude. But, you know, 100%, I am happy with them. So, where they're at, I don't think I have to do much leveling to get them, like, you know, good. So, it's not that I'm uncomfortable with the idea of doing beta, it's just spending too much time here. And, like, yes, it would be a flex, but really that's the only reason why I would take on beta, is for a flex and I guess 5 extra levels. But do I really need 5 extra levels? You know? 5 extra levels are 5 extra levels. Can't complain about that, but it's just, it's not worth it in the end. I don't need those engram points, and that's like 50 extra stamina or something like that. I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things. I would like to do what guarantees that I succeed this, even if that means just doing everything on easy mode. Because I'm using default settings. No way in hell I'm going to get cocky with default settings. Actually, I did some contemplating on my own walkthrough. I'm like not the one I just lost, but started another one and have reached the conclusion for the most part that you'll probably not play ARK. I mean, that's valid. Oh, I completely missed your message, James. You're farming chitin for cementing paste? Hell yeah, dude. It's a really good place to check because of the amount of scorpions you get. So do that, and also caves are really good. If you have a saber tooth, they go absolutely crazy in the clever cave over by the volcano. Oh, that too. Megatherium in the immune cave. That goes crazy. If the clever cave with a saber tooth goes crazy, that one is absolutely like insane. So 100%, yeah, if you can afford it, definitely go for it. You got your movement speed to 181. You can outrun a maneuver really well. That's an insane amount of movement speed. Holy crap. I only pump it to 120 because that's enough to outrun like a raptor. Most like smaller carnivores, even Rexes, you can outrun. That's all you really need in my opinion. But yeah, I got you. If ARK is one of those games that'll screw you over and completely kill the joy of itself. So I don't really blame you for not wanting to continue in it. Even if that's not your reason, I don't blame you. It is really difficult sometimes to get into it when all it does is slap you across the face. And with what Snail Games is doing it to it right now with Aquatica, the whole game as it exists is kind of a slap to the face. Like, I'm not happy with the state of it whatsoever. And I'm missing a Rex egg. Dang it, Courage, you were right. You were right. One of my eggs died. Dang it. Why? And absolutely no progress was made on that. Dang it, Courage. Why did you have to be right? Gah. It's okay. I'll forgive you. You know, like I just thought what I just lost and came to the conclusion that I probably will never be able to get any of that back, both physically and mentally. Yeah, this game can be such a killjoy. So yeah, definitely do what you gotta do. Like, if you can find the energy, find the willpower to keep playing, and find your love for it again, 100%. It's a great game. I do really love it. It's just anybody who has played ARK knows exactly what you're feeling right now. 100%. Don't blame you. Can't blame you. I hate being right myself. Trust me. Well, you know what? I appreciate your honesty. Because I too hate it when you're right, especially when it's something along these lines. I got a Therizino last night, got a bunch of lesser antidotes, farmed rare flowers and mushrooms with some leech blood down today, and I'm building my garden for lemons and carrots for bug repellent. Oh, nice. Getting stacked over there. Look at you, James. That actually reminds me, I had this funny little idea. What do you guys think of after doing this? What if I were to do a run where basically it's regular ARK, except I reduce my health to 0.1 on hardcore? What are your thoughts? So basically a change in weather where I get hypothermia for half a second is more than enough to insta-kill me and I have to restart. What are y'all's thoughts on that? What else was I doing? Oh, I need to refill my water, actually. Oh, it's raining. Yay. I need another refining forge. This is not gonna work. I need stone. I need fiber or hide fiber. I'll get enough flint here in a second, and I need more wood. I need wood for fuel, anyways. But yeah, no, it sounds like a horrible idea, but it came to me in a dream, and I was like, whoa, no. Aw, dang it, it's too hot, and it killed my egg. 18, 22. Yeah, so that's what happened. It was too hot. Dang it. After the rain stopped, that's the first thing I wanted to check. It's okay. Ow. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 in that one. That should be good. Yeah, 0.1 health. Bro will get hit by a compy with flak armor and die. Exactly. That's the funnest part. The idea would be that you have to focus entirety on insulation as well as making sure you know, nothing can knock you off your creatures and nothing can kill you, I guess. Because rabies, if you're attacking Onyx, you will get rabies, and that'll insta-kill you. So you have to actually use the lesser antidotes at that point, and you've got to like be proccing them at all times. The armor that you wear is going to be entirely for weather. The ocean is practically a no-go, I think. Got another 2.5 minutes. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, 12 minutes? 15 minutes. Huh. Okay. But yeah, I think the idea of a 0.1 health challenge, super fun. Just imagine this, but worse. Imagine getting attacked by a bunch of Dimetrodons in Redwoods or in Dragonfight in such a walkthrough. Oh, I assume you mean Dimorphs. But yeah, at that point, it's almost like mandatory that you go in with like a Stego, right? You have to do Dragonfight with a Stego or something that can protect the rider specifically. Because going in with, you know, a Rex army is kind of a death sentence. Well, it's not a death sentence to go in with a Rex army. It's a death sentence to go in with just a Rex army. Without any kind of protection. Do Daedons give rider protection? I don't think so. If they do, that is news to me. I doubt they do. But I've been proven wrong before. With a lot of things. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm gonna say no. I'm just looking for a little bit of raw meat to spoil. Oh no, the Thyla baby. That's important. Please tell me he hasn't starved to death yet. There he is. Alright, so are you male or female? Female, okay. Already useless for breeding, that's fine. You got the right health, and the melee you did not get. You're not useful to me. I do apologize. Like, imagine the attack drones in the Overseer arena. Oh, geez, you're right. Because not only are you... Well... Okay, so real question. Does the laser dismount you? Does the Overseer laser dismount you if you have rider protection? So if you are on a stego, will you be dismounted if he does his laser attack? Because if he does, you're screwed. I don't know if there's any way to completely avoid doing damage at that. In that case. So I guess it's more so dependent on that. I think the Overseer laser dismounts you anyways. That would be news for me if it didn't. I mean, how many people are going into the Overseer arena with a stego? Let's be honest. So I don't think that it's been properly tested enough for me to make any conclusions. But from my understanding, like, Microraptors can't dismount you. I don't think Perlovias can dismount you. So what exactly does the Overseer have on them other than the fact that it's a laser? You know what I mean? So maybe by going in with a stego, you don't get dismounted. But then again, what... I guess that would also raise the question, do you get dismounted if you are shocked by a jellyfish while on a stego? You know what I mean? Like, what constitutes dismounting and dealing target to the person? Because Microraptors, the way that they dismount you is they hit the player, right? So essentially, you're immune to being dismounted by Microraptors. Well, is it then, if it's a stun that affects the creature, it doesn't work? So in that case, it's a stun that affects the creature, not the player, that you're not safe? I think it's a fair question of where's the line drawn? What's the exact mechanic? It would be in answering that question that you would figure out how to, you know, survive the Overseer. You just checked Reddit and it seems that it cannot dismount you. Really? I'm more surprised that anyone even tried it. I mean, I can imagine somebody looking it up being like, I don't want to get dismounted by the Overseer. Can I, like, go in with a stego or something? But okay. So that does answer the question. And it raises a couple more questions, like, does that mean that all you would really have to do is survive while your Rexes did all the work? Granted, Rexes don't have the best AI to work for themselves, but essentially that's all you would really have to do. You and I are not the only ARK geniuses now, are we? No, sir. No, we are not. I don't even know if I'd call myself an ARK genius. More like I just enjoy breaking the game, and part of that is learning how to break it. But yeah, if you were to do it, if you were to do a 0.1 health challenge, then yeah. All you would really need to do is cling close to your creatures that, you know, won't get you dismounted. Make sure you're covered on insulation. Otters would be a huge help. But you're going to be leveling a lot of fortitude. You're going to be wearing ghillie for the most part. Stuff like that. Oh my gosh, y'all are so needy. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too cold. Well, I would have called myself that if my last playthrough would not have ended, at least not in the glitchy way as it did. Hey, not in your control. The game likes to screw you over. There's not much you can really do about it, as unfortunate as it is. I completely forgot to name all these creatures. Alright, let's name some creatures. This one. Gourd. Namesake. Vector. Plasma. And Ferrari. There we go. Was it not in my control? Almost. Was it anticlimactic? Yes. Exactly. I would say not in your control. Obviously, you could do more. In hardcore, you've got to save your own skin no matter what. And if, you know, oh shoot. Failure to, prioritize saving your own skin, then yeah, it pretty much is your fault. I wouldn't say that situation was your fault. I will say if it were me, I would have booked it. I would have let my creatures die. I don't give a crap about creatures. You can always get more Moses. You can never get your save file back. As awful as that sounds, that's kind of my mentality going into it. I will lose every single one of these creatures and my entire base if it means I keep my Artifact of the Cunning. If I had to choose between Artifact of the Cunning and all of this progress that I've made, I'm taking the Artifact of the Cunning. Easy. Because that right there, the Artifact of the Cunning, that's a part of my character, that's a part of my my progress. And by losing that, basically I have nothing. For you in this scenario, the artifact is like your character. You know, that's like your most valuable thing versus Mosa's, i.e. all of this stuff that I have. I would have lost all of this stuff 100 times over again. I would have lost the Mosas 100 times over again. Having made as much progress as you had, I would have lost my Mosas. As heartless as that sounds. As heartless as it is, I should say. Because I understand. It's especially when you know that you can take it on. It's just when it comes to any risk, when it comes to glitches, I don't mess with them. I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole if I know that there's a chance that I lose everything like that. Being in your situation, yeah, I would not have stayed. So in that sense, I guess you could say that it was in your control, but at the same time, you could take it on. The reason why you died wasn't because you were incapable, because you were capable. You would have done it. It was a glitch. A glitch that you had foresight about. Don't get me wrong. This is worthless to me. You know, a glitch that you had foresight on, so to some extent, sure, it could be seen as your fault. But at the same time, because of the buggy nature of the death, I honestly could not say that it was truly your fault. Reasonably. I wouldn't beat myself too much about it if I were you. Dude, I'm really freaking hoping that one of these eggs has what I need, because if not, that's gonna be really freaking annoying. Every single one of these eggs have a 1 in 4 chance. It has to be male, and then it has to inherit the good stat. Okay, do we got a male? We got a female. We got a female, and it has the good stats. However, you are worthless to me. He has 301 melee. Wait. That's wild. The 130 Rex that I got has less melee damage than the level, was it 70 Rex that I got? It's actually kind of funny. If you think of it, there was hardly any room for me to escape. As I said that before entering the gallery, you have to go through the small opening, and that opening, that's where the fight was. So the opening was already more or less blocked by the Mosa. That's fair. Yeah. The amount of control that you had was your ability to get out of there. Because like I said, if it were me, my goal would be to just get out. But if there was really no getting out, then I would say 100% not your fault. Your control is solely dictated. I'm going to start breeding more Rexes because I doubt those two are going to have it. But your responsibility in the matter is based on your decisions, and if there was no decision that you could make that would possibly get you out safely, then it wasn't your fault. If running was not an option, it was not your fault. That's ARK for ya. I'd say you better not be too cold. I'm thirsty. I want to go get some water. Well, I want to, but I've only got like another 30 minutes. I might go do that real quick once these eggs are done. Not only that, I even checked the wiki if Alpha Thusos can spawn in that cavern, and it says no, they cannot. Then how the fuck? I think I actually know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I've looked at it. And yeah, I don't think Alpha Thusos are supposed to spawn in that cave. But I mean, I've seen them before. If I remember correctly. I don't know, dude. The wiki deceived you. Wait, I just realized that's still running. Actually, I'm gonna get an is it an omni light? Yeah, omnidirectional light. What do I need? 10 crystal. Unpowered. There we go. Now I can actually see. Hooray. Can we really complain to the wiki when Dododex itself is wrong sometimes by a pretty significant margin? I mean, yes. The wiki, it's actually a fan, it's a fan page. And so you can actually change things. And if there are inaccuracies, then they actually encourage you to go in and fix them. Oh, my Rex is hatched. Do I have a male? I do have a male. Do you have bad health? That's a good melee. That's a male with good health. I have one of each. Well, shucky darn. That's exactly what that's better than what I wanted. Alright, boys, once you two are fully grown, you're replacing your dad. Here we go. You come here. Or at least I'm pretty sure that when it comes to the wiki, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I could be wrong in that regard, but I'm pretty sure I'm right in that regard. Because like for some other games where they have the... Do you just Spider-Man up the wall? Okay. For other wikis that I've played, I have made my own contributions to the wiki. I like adding to the wiki. No, man, the more you think about it, the less you feel like playing it. Fair enough. If the thought deters you, just don't even consider it. If you decide one day to go back to it, then let it be because you want to, not because you're making yourself do it. Even if you don't foresee yourself ever doing it again, you know, there's always a chance. Do something a little bit more casual if you ever decide to do it again. Or if you want to get into ARK, just start getting more so into like watching it than playing it, you know? Because, you know, it is fun playing it. But when all the absolute BS of the game is happening to you, it can get very disheartening. Actually, I'm like flying around. I'm like, dude, there are no creatures around. But honestly, there are some creatures over there. So I know where I'm going next for a little bit of genocide. But yeah, dude, don't push yourself to play it again. This isn't a game that you can push yourself to play very easily. And if you do, you'll just kill it even further. Where's all the creatures? Oh, they're on the back. What were you? 174. Oh, shoot. But I like the reaction of mine when it was all over. Like, rather than shouting, screaming, crying, etc., I was just silent. I, for some part, was even smiling that finally I'm free from this mess of a game. Yeah. You just embrace death at that point. Yeah, because this game is rough, dude. Especially with the way that, you know, the companies are handling it now. It's just... It really does feel like a sinking ship. Even the community. Like, I don't see very much hype around the game anymore. Most content that I see online, it's modded. Like, modded to hell. Even Syntac doesn't play vanilla. He plays with a bunch of creature mods. He's done like... well, I haven't checked in a while, but he did like 4 or 5 episodes in a row of like the Sulfur Titan, which is a mod. It seems like most of his content is mods. Most of other YouTubers are mods or challenges, but it's never like the base game. And when you have the modding community kind of carrying the game itself, then that's when you know the game just can't stand alone. The roughness could have never caused it. The problem is how broken it is. Exactly. I love the game. It's just... It's kind of a lost cause when it comes to the way it's being developed. And like they say that they're gonna fix it. They say they're gonna fix like Aquatica. But let's be real, are they really going to fix the Aquatica? I mean, I'm sure they're gonna try. They have been trying. But the version that they just released actually brought in even more bugs, and so they had to revert to the previous version. Like, if you have... They rolled it back like 3 days or something like that. Like, it was ridiculous how much they rolled back because of the last Aquatica update they did. Can't believe this game is 4th highest selling of all time. I don't think it is. I think it might be like on Steam or something, but I don't think it is of all time. Probably highest selling on Steam. I can see that. But of all time, no. I'd have to check Wikipedia, because they do have that info. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are right. I don't know. Blaming Snail is fair enough, but some things are just what Wildcard 2 is responsible for. Well, Wildcard, they were never a perfect company to begin with. They never were super good when it came to fixing things or making the game super playable. But when it was in early access, it was kind of, you know, understandable. Obviously, it wasn't excusable, but it was understandable. Not saying Snail Games is like, you know, the one fully responsible, but corporate greed is definitely a big part of it. They're kind of destroying the community with the way that they're handling the game. And then on top of that, just the game as it is. Like, if it were a fixed game and Snail Games were doing what they were doing, the community could still thrive, right? The problem is that not only is Snail doing what they're doing, but also the game is broken. Wildcard themselves, yeah, they released the early access DLC. They were not the best business. They were not the best game developers. They are not free from any blame. But Snail didn't help by any means. The dopamine detox you felt after the end of that walkthrough was/is the biggest you ever felt in your life. Probably will not be even close. That do be how it is. I've seen, or I've heard of people who are similar to like that when they give up the game. I had a friend who I actually ended up playing like single player throughout every single map with him. He used to be like an official PvPer, and that's all he would ever play. And he would tell me about how being done with it was honestly the best decision he's made because of how ridiculously toxic it is. Like how absolutely horrible it is for just your mental health in general. Like, it is not good by any stretch of the imagination. We ended up playing all of the maps in single player. He enjoyed it a bit more, but like I could tell we got through most maps. Like we did most of the story maps as well as we did Fjorder. We started on Fjorder and then we did most of the maps, but he was giving up by Genesis because not only was everything before that just a lot, but once you get to Genesis, it's like now we've got to do 200 missions. Really? And I honestly don't blame him. I was feeling the exact same way he was. Not about giving up that game. There have been multiple times I've died in hardcore at 100 to 200 days, and yet I hop back on the game. But this time it was just too much. Well, it was what, 700-800? It's a lot. That's like how, you know, how you've seen, I'm sure you've seen YouTubers who do like hardcore Minecraft and they lose their like 10-year-old world. Like, that's the kind of thing that you're dealing with at that point. Like, you're losing a lot. Especially with the way this game is. It was hard earned and it was well deserved. But having it all build up and then just gone like that, 100%. I completely get why anyone would be upset by that. Oh, they're breeding, which means the Thyla was born. Okay, we have A female. You're already worthless. That's harsh. 22, 246, 256, but he doesn't have the stamina. Yeah, I really only can use a male at this point, since the female has all the good stats. It's 4:30 a.m. LOL. It's 1:30 a.m. for me, dude. So I feel that too, honestly. You're heading to bed though, dude. Have a good night. It was really nice seeing you. If you ever want to join one of my streams ever again, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I go live sometime around 10:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So for you, it sounds like you're 3 hours ahead. 1 o'clock in the morning. So, dude, I'd love to see you again. Have a good night. I need way more than that. At least it's good that I can probably go for another genre of game. Sure, it never come close to as fun as ARK, but at least it'll do something new for like 6 to 7 years. Have a good night, buddy. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Or bed mites bite. I say bed bugs because that's the norm. Maybe there's regional differences to that saying. But yeah. That is my favorite outro. As a legend once said in his outros. Yeah, okay. That's being very generous. Actually, I want to name this guy. Hunter. And this guy. Foxtrot. There we go. But yeah, you could definitely check out some other genres of games now that, you know, your time is less dedicated to the one. I've heard Grounded is really good. I'm sure you've seen Cheap in here. Cheap plays games, I think is his username. I'm not too sure, but he's been playing a lot of Grounded 2 lately. He's been saying that that's really good. He's been doing a lot of content on that, I think. I haven't checked out his channel in a while. But yeah, if you're interested in Grounded, it's kind of similar to ARK. It's survival, but it's a little different. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. If I Shrunk the Kids was a survival game. And they just recently released the second one, from what I know. So I think that's what he's been playing. So I don't know if you want to get back into the survival game, but that's always an option if you're interested. I've heard a lot of good things. I never really named any of your tames. Thinking I should not get invested or attached to them, and suddenly got to know how invested and attached it was. Should have named them, but only if I knew this was gonna end. I don't name them for sentimental reasons. I name them so I can yell at them when I'm doing stuff. Like when I'm up on a mountain and Stuffle's getting his ass chewed out by a saber tooth. I'm like, dude, Stuffle, just kill him. I don't want to use indescript names like RG, stop. Kill him. Or, dude, come on. You know, it adds a little bit of character being able to say something. But I'm really bad at naming things, so I usually just name whatever is at the top of my head, whether it be a real word like vector or namesake, or something that isn't the name, like Etris. You know what I mean? Like I don't know anybody named Tiskla. But then you get stupid stuff like Spaghetti the Monkey here. I love Spaghetti the Monkey. Spaghetti the Monkey's my best friend. I'm gonna start doing something. Anybody who's watched my streams any amount of time know what I'm about to do. Anybody who's watched my stream knows what this is for. I'm gonna sleep on top of the power cord because I want the radiation to, like, give me brain cancer. That's what they say. They say technology gives you radiation, right? I don't know. If so, I should probably get the router out of my room with the 5G internet. Anyways. Boys. Actually, let me check on my you have another 22 minutes. And Hunter and Foxtrot, you're at 13%. Yeah. You've got time. And you got plenty of food, so you're good. I've seen the gameplay a bit. It's like you're fighting bugs and spiders, etc. because you're small. I know, cheap, but I didn't know he was a gamer and YouTube. Yeah, he plays, he streams. He doesn't stream very often as of lately, as far as I know. He was streaming and I hopped into his stream. I was talking to him a little bit and then the stream crashed out of nowhere. Long story short, I guess not only did his game crash, but also his GPU just like exploded or something, and so he had to buy a new one. Like, it was a huge list of things that suddenly happened. I was like, oh shoot. But yeah, he hasn't been posting very much, but 100%, yeah, check him out. Let me actually, I'll throw his link. Oh my gosh, there's my stream in my own why is my own stream in my own recommended? That's weird. But yeah, go check Jeep out. Yeah, okay, he has been posting quite a bit actually. He's been doing a lot of shorts, I see. Oh no, he hasn't posted any videos. Shorts. That looks like 20 shorts. Has been playing. Yeah, he's been playing the game live. So yeah, you can check out his live streams. He's got a 7.5 hour live stream. Jeez. That's wild. But yeah, 100% check him out. Well, today's stream was nice watching, although I hopped on when half of it was over, and also most of it was breeding and incubating. Last video is like 2 years ago, though. Yeah, last video, but check out live streams. All of the live streams. Last stream was quite long ago. It was 2 weeks ago. That's not too long ago, but I got you. I don't know how often he streams, but, you know, definitely just watch some of his stuff. He's pretty cool. I've seen a couple. I haven't watched a bunch, but you know, I would definitely check him out if I were you. At least check out the game and then decide from the first episode, maybe if you watch like an hour of it, if it's like a game that you would be interested in. 2 weeks is too long. I don't blame you. Anyways, boys, that's gonna be it for today. I need to get some sleep. I have reached the 3 hour mark. It is 1:30 in the morning. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really does mean a lot seeing your guys' likes. It lets me know that you guys want to see this kind of nonsense. So I really do appreciate it. Also, 8K subscribers. Congrats. Thanks, dude. I mean, I've been at 8,000 subscribers for a little while. It's not... I haven't been growing very much. I think I started at like 79, like 90 something when I started streaming. So yeah, I did go up. I did go up to 8,000, but it's pretty dang slow. But I am on the English is not my first language. My first language is stupidity. I am on the incline though. I am going up. So I do appreciate you, dude. I'm glad somebody noticed that I'm actually going up. So I appreciate you, dude. But yeah. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed the stream, enjoy the VOD after the fact. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 10:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you can make it to a stream, it'd be really great to have you guys. If you want to see more of this kind of nonsense, subscribe. Ring that little bell, because I know it's a late night stream. A lot of people don't really know that, you know, at least for me, I wouldn't really notice a streamer starting that late. So if you're interested, definitely consider subscribing, ring that little bell, just so you can know that I'm actually uploading, or I'm actually streaming. I did upload a YouTube short today, and I will say it didn't do very good. It's all good. I spent like a couple hours on it because I just thought what happened last episode with the alpha, like the alpha creatures. It was really, it bothered me in the moment, but honestly, after the fact, I thought it was pretty funny. So I thought I would make a short. I thought it would be fun to make a short, and you know what? I learned a lot about video editing. So I would like to post more shorts in the in the future. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. And then if you're watching the VOD after fact, definitely consider leaving a comment to tell me whatever it is you want to tell me. Leave suggestions, I don't know. You want to tell me your favorite flavor of frozen yogurt? I don't know. If you want to tell me your favorite flavor of frozen yogurt, then by all means, dude, I'll share mine. What is mine? I don't eat frozen yogurt enough. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. At least in froyo. Honestly, I might just go vanilla. Vanilla with like Oreos and gummy worms. Yeah, worms and dirt probably for froyo. Share with me your guys' favorite frozen yogurt. Bro is saying some random shit at this point. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm tired, dude. And so when I'm tired, my brain goes off. But anyways, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. All the stuff that every YouTuber tells you. YouTubers tell you. Y'all have a good rest of your night. Take care. Good night. Sleep tight. And don't let the bed bugs bite. All that jazz. Courage, dude. It was a pleasure having you in the stream. Even if it was only for the later half. Dude, I'm happy to have you 100% of the time. As you said, it's not high progress and high leaps. Yeah, exactly. Good night, bye. Take care. Take care, dude. Y'all have a good night. Bye.